Okay, let it be. Okay, so when it comes to the Google searching, okay, something like you want to find out um, any vulnerable anything you want to attack a system, but you want to know, you have brushed up some skills on, say, for example, to attack some SQL injection related things, and for that you want a website. So just give in URL colon admin in Google, okay? You will get whichever the website having admin in their URLs, they will be coming like this. But if you see nowadays, the Google has become so much, what do you say, the filtering of the content in a way that the relevant things, see, admin.google.com is the only thing which you have got. Remaining and all which are not required for that admin SDK, admin. But what we are expecting is a login page with admin username and password so that you can log into that website and you can have like admin privileges escalated to that website where you can modify some control settings, or where you can modify some source code, or where you can modify some whatever it is available in that particular location. Okay, so that is one important thing. Let me give me a second. I have one more website created, but I'm not remembering. Very recently, I have created it. Just get me check it in the WhatsApp. Mm, yeah, it's very recently created. Uh, yes. Yeah, let me check. Let me check. Okay. Yeah, fantastic. This is the website which I've created for someone. Any URLs .com. I think dot online, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So this is the website which we have created. I think I have uh, some sort of account. Let me check. The username I forgot. Okay. o- Okay. Yeah. So this is the admin panel. Okay. So I don't know whether I can. I don't remember whether I have forget this password. Uh, okay. Okay. I forgot the username and password. Uh, no, I forget it. Okay. Uh, no problem. Okay, I will show you guys when we are doing the attacks. The same thing, I'll keep it ready for you. Okay. Uh, okay. So here, like this kind of admin related pages, okay, which are very helpful for you to get into and take control of the entire my system. Uh, like if once if you control this particular system, you can manage all the content whatever you want. Say for example, for the external user only, like it is just a small website which creates a tin URL, but in the background what I have is the people who like to make money. Okay, the dashboards and everything is created in the background. I can see how many people who has used my service for making it as a short URL, and they can every time someone clicks on that particular URL, which is a short URL, it will be redirected to my website. Say I haven't kept any ads yet now, but in case somewhere I've kept it. In case if they click on this particular thing, it will be like bringing some kind of ads over here, like Google ads or something like that. And see, these are very dangerous websites as well. If I am a publisher, means some website owner who can actually buy some ads from these rogue companies where the people come down to this particular link. Say for example, they might be like using my I mean like my service for anonymously keeping some kind of um, like movie hosting or something like that, those links to hide them. If they use my link, once they come here, the ads, whatever I'm publishing over here, my ad service provider, if he provides some kind of ads over here, as soon as when you come, automatically those downloads that rogue softwares is going to download, or some kind of malicious ads are going to be displayed, like malvertisers, okay, which have like by mistake, if you click something over there, internally the ad looks to be the normal, but they have some other scripts running in the background. So these kind of things will be happening. We should be very cautious with that. Uh, so these are the what do you say, important things that you can actually these things are very much if you see, I might have like used so many kind of permutations and combinations where I will try to access this. I have even was able to hack one of our what do you say, like companies, like what you can say, I shouldn't say, but one of the sports management website, not management websites, the number one rich board in India. I was able to get into that system, and I was able to see the website which is related to uh, the umpires who are there, right? There, and player selections, and I have every possible way I can select any player, whomever I want under 17, and I can add them, and I can increase their numbers so that I can actually get them into like some kind of boost up their values and all. So that actually one website I was able to do like this and able to get into. Another, like one of the prominent universities, I was able to get in. I think that vulnerability is not there now. The thanks, I have actually sent a mail. Multiple people have sent me a mail, like that is the JNTU website, Anantapur. They had uh, that university for the engineering graduates. They can actually one day enter into it. They had some uh, what I can say. Let me show you. Okay, JNTU K dot AC dot forward slash. Okay, now they have uh, okay, that is not okay. Let me results. Okay, uh, yes, you go here, guys. You shouldn't be doing, but I'm just showing. Okay, let me check. Okay, they have fixed it now. Earlier, they had results open to the external world, and if I give results forward slash admin, I used to get the admin panel username and password with a simple the SQL injection attack. I was able to get into the system. and they were providing me the provision for it. It was Kakinada JNTU, and I was able to upload and the results of my choice. I can download and re-upload it. So it is very dangerous things. Like many people have reported the same. They have took almost 1 year to do modifying that particular fix that. So vulnerabilities will be there, so many locations, so many areas, but the only thing is you should be very cautious. In If you find anything, just report it to the company. Don't rip off. See, this is a kind of thing which I've told. Uh, See, this is some sort of, I don't know. So I clicked on somewhere. I got this particular thing. This is called as some kind of what do you say, malicious um, rogue software. So as soon as when I click enter or allow, automatically sometimes they download, and since my settings are by default blocked, so that's why they are not able to. So you should be very cautious. Okay. So with that, let's move on with our content. Uh, where it went? Yeah. So just see this. You might be to find out such kind of URLs. It's the easiest way is like go here and try to do that. But unfortunately, Google is very much like filtering all. Like they know what is our intention, so they are stopping it. But now, like from past 4 5 years, DuckDuckGo is actually satisfying all our requirements. If you see here, if you want to do any kind of attacks, they are helping us. Okay, because it's anonymous means anonymous. It's kind of like it has got no filtering. Google does a lot of filtering, but this one doesn't do any kind of filtering. You see here, these are kind of like admin sites. Means like once if you access this, you can have control of this entire average, yeah, something. Okay, uh, average, okay, something. Okay, so you will have control of that particular site itself. So what I feel is like just know these kind of things. Okay, that is very much important. If I have a file type, if I give something like this, and if I want anything a company is related, uh, mm, some docs, okay, say, and it should be some kind of say uh, say Flipkart. I don't know whether it will work or not, but let us see this. Okay. Uh, okay. Yeah, some wherever the documents which has got something, it is showing only the all or document types, means like MS Word types. See, if you see this, these are very much handy to gather some information with respect to this particular thing. Okay, at the rate pen testing report. Say for example, I want a PDF. Okay, and penetration testing reports. Okay, if you see this some PDF you want, how sample pen testing works, or some kind of third-party pen testing documents or anything you want, how you can do the REST API pen testing or something like that. I have given that word whatever I want, and the file type I have given PDF, and I got everything. Okay, so this is very much important, handy. Couple of things, you have so many. As I said, Google DB, you have to go and check it, so it will be more useful for you. So don't use Google, use DuckDuckGo. That is of my intention to tell you guys. Because yesterday I was just using, I was not telling you why we are not able to get some data here and why I was getting data on DuckDuckGo. Yesterday I've shown you in DuckDuckGo also. But the thing here is like, this is how. So they do a lot of filtering. Okay. Fine. Okay. Let's come down. We have done a DHCP and let's go with the scanning. Okay. So scanning is nothing but uh, you have a lot of systems in your organization, or you want to identify something happening, like you want to know something unknown. Okay. You are now within the network itself. You are able to get into my system. Say, for example, this is my Kali Linux machine. Okay, I think. Okay, so this is okay. Now, if you see properly, what I can say you is like okay, uh, sh- see. Okay, see Nmap. What we can do here? Okay, Nmap is actually used for scanning. Okay, first you remember that scanning for what purpose? I want to discover the host. Okay, target specifications will be some with some like what systems you can actually test. Just don't worry. Like Nmap, I want to check what is like how the what is the type of the system that is google.com. I want to check what is the type of the system that uh, facebook.com. I want to check flipkart.com. I want to check amazon.com. Those are like targets, okay, that IP addresses. Okay, so that thing. The host discovery means like what kind of scans you can do. Okay, like if I want to uh, I want to check uh, like uh, uh, like what are the TCP ports that are enabled on that system, what are the UDP ports that are enabled on the system. Okay, and the specifically, SYN, SYNAC, ACK, three different things which we use for making the connection with any system, any transport layer. It can be any, it can be a browser or it can be any other application. For everything, the transport layer, first of all, forget about any kind of application. I'm not talking about like browser or anything, but for any connection, if it is a connection to be established or the TCP, you have to have what the like SYN, SYNAC hack, that is called as the three-way handshaking has to be happened. So the different systems behave differently on for different kinds of requests. Let me show you something. Okay. During our previous classes, I have clearly said one thing. If you are sending some, this is a router, okay, home router, okay. So I have clearly told one thing. Maybe another system is here, that is server. This is a client, okay. So how many systems are there in between? How I'll come to know easily? Any command is there? Guys, we have discussed so many times. What is my path to check the path of the network? What is the command I'll use in the command prompt?
Trace route.
Correct. Trace route. Correct, right? Perfect. Trace route uses which protocol?
Which protocol?
Yes. Trace route is an
Mm,
application for you. Okay. Simple way I have told on that day. By looking at which value it is coming to know that this is the system. It is ICMP, right? Ping request.
right, right, right.
Correct, right? When I send a ping, okay, it will be sending some response saying that you are sending some request with in IP some TTL value, whatever it is there, you are setting it to 1, okay, and sending it to this system. We know that if any system it receives with the TTL value as 1, okay, once after it does minus and it has to forward to the next hop, okay, then it will become 0. So as soon as it will come, it will get the TTL value of the 0. It has to respond back to the system which it has sent. So this is the system it will send the, this is echo request, this is echo reply with the, okay, TTL values exceeded. So here this will send its own TTL value. It will send its own TTL value. This is sending one more packet, right? Correct, right? Response it is sending. So this new packet is generated by this one. Okay, this IP packet is generated by, so this machine's TTL value will be kept. So every machine has got its own TTL values. Let me show you. I will show it practically in a minute. TTL values by operating system. I have shown this, I think, on that day, but let us see it once again. Okay. So any Cisco routers, when they are sending ICMP packets, it will be like 256 here there. What do you say? TTL value. Okay. Now what is our machine? Windows. Okay. What is our Windows? 10. Correct, right? Let us see where is Windows 10. Where it is Windows 10? Windows 10, yeah, here. Let us see. Windows 10, what should be the TTL value? Guys?
128.
128. Okay, superb. Okay. Let me open my Firefox. Okay. Let me clear all my these things. Let us start. Okay. Continue. Okay. Don't do anything. Let it happen its own. Let it do its own task. Okay. Come here. Okay. Raise RT. Okay. Now what I want. Okay. Google.com. Okay. Correct, right? I want to have Google.com. So this it will help me out in getting the information of the each router or every router within my path. Okay, just click on that. Okay, now first point, first it went to my DSL means my router. Okay, and then after that it is going to my ISP router. Okay, from there, as I said, it will go through so many routers based on looking that IP address, which country it belongs to. So to that particular routers it will be sent. Okay, and then after the within that to whom this is allotted, which operator it is allotted, all those things it will see, and it will go to that operator, and from there it will go to ultimately to the Google. But now you see this. Okay, race route. Oh, ho. 1 second. Yeah, here. Okay, now ICMP protocol I am filtering. Hey, what happened? Okay, I have filtered ICMP protocol. Okay, so first, okay, now let me show you one more thing here. Okay, CMD. Now I would like to know it is trying to reach Google, means Google's IP address is what? It has done some DNS query and got the Google's IP address is 142.250.67.142. Okay, don't get confused, anyone. Everything will get cleared now. Okay, where it is. So we don't require anything. Let me close this now. So I have the ICMP. Okay, let me open this. Now I am sending the request. Okay, in the IP, I have like some IPv version, TTL. I mean, like, sorry, header length, type of service, and all such fields are there. Okay, identification numbers, all those things in that protocol is there. In that TTL is also there. Okay, so now TTL is there, and source IP and destination IP. This TTL value, what is the TTL value? Because this is trying to reach google.com. Whatever it is, 142.250.67 is destination. 142.16 that something, it is google.com. See the ICMP packet. What is the IP packet? What is the TTL value? Time to live value, what is they have kept? Guys,
One.
one. Okay, perfect. One correct, right? Okay. So what they will do is, let me check now. This is the response I've got from my router, because one, it was come to know that, a boss, I cannot go. Since it is one, I have to reduce it to -1. Okay, so 1 minus 1, it will become 0. If I get anything like 0, okay, I won't send this to the Google or anyone, any IP address which you are asking me, so that I won't proceed further. So I'll be responding back to you with TTL echo reply. I mean, echo reply mean ping echo reply with, okay, TTL hop count exceeded or something. Okay. So if you see this particular thing, there is a response from them that T time to live exceeded in transit. Okay, time to live exceeded. So you got some response back to them. But if you see that their TTL value means their, from my router to me, whatever it sent, its TTL value is, where it is, TTL, where it is. Okay, 64. Let me check 64 for which operating system we have. Control F, 64. Okay. Linux has got 64 devices. Some devices will have to my router, right? Okay. 64 I have. You go here. Here also some Solaris or something like that. 64 I have. Okay. If you see uh, some HP Unix, also 64. So this is also 64, all those things. But now I want to know the operating system or anything about my system. Okay. So exact Control Z I'll keep. This is not required. Okay. Exactly based on the TTL. Okay. Based on the TTL. Okay. These nmaps will work for identifying certain things. They will use they'll use TTL values to identify what's happening with other system, what kind of system it is, and they use synac ACK, that whether the port is open or not. Okay, all such things will be happening by using certain features within the network layers itself to distinguish what is other system. Okay, now let us see nmap. Okay. Uh, Let us clear this. Okay, and go here and say I want to so for example I have opened here, yes, here, go here. Okay, let me show you some kind of, yeah, just nmap 192.168.1.254. I want to know some information of this system. Okay, what is this? This IP belongs to my router. I want to know some information. Correct, right? Just click on this. It will start scanning now this router. Okay, I'm on my laptop. What it does, let us go and see. Okay, it is uh, Just go down here. You'll be getting a lot of SYN requests and all these things. Now IP address is okay. IP dot address. I want to filter out that traffic alone. Okay, what is that IP address? 192.168.1
One dot.
dot 254. Correct, right? Okay. See, guys, I have just filtered that machine's IP address. Okay. Now, if you see, so many queries they have gone. Some, some, some TCP SYN, SYNAX, all these things. See, SYN request, SYN request sent, SYN request, SYN request sent, SYN request sent. Did it wait for any acknowledgement or anything? Very small responses you have got. If you see, observe. For this, you have got response. But how many times? Okay, see here you got all bunch at a time. But if you see in the background, earlier we have seen so many times the web talk when we are connecting uh, through web, okay, like google.com or anything, the flow was very smooth. Even yesterday we have seen SYN you send and you got act back, correct, right? Okay, all that kind of thing happened. Now you see the port numbers also. Is it possible like SYN you send TCP SYN request you sent for 554 port, then immediately 3389, and then 113, 111, 4 port 53, and then 993, 8080. This, all these things you have done it. Okay, like how you did it? Like just simply sending and waiting, sending and waiting, sending and waiting. You are doing a lot of things like very fastly, but there is this different kind of scan happened, I guess here started. But if you see here properly, it is like keep sending for every port. What it does is our system, which is my Kali Linux machine, what it is doing here is, okay, my Kali Linux machine, okay, to the router, you will be having a set of ports 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. How many ports we have? TCP ports?
65,536.
Yes. Same way, how many ports you have?
65,500. Same number.
Yes. Okay. What it does is, as on when you say nmap some 192.168.1.255, first SYN, okay, SYN request you'll be sending. In the TCP, you'll be trying to connect to port first one. Port one. What is the destination IP address? That is 192.168.1.254. Then it will be sent. This packet will be sent to the router. Okay, router will receive it. Whether it received or not, it doesn't. This machine, whatever my Kali Linux machine, will be least bothered. Immediately SYN port 2 internally. Okay, 192.168.1.254. Send it. SYN port 3 192.168.1.254. Like that it will be sending. For which channel ports you will get response of. For any SYN, if the service is there, what you will get response? Guys, direct acknowledgement. Huh? What is that? SYN. For SYN, what you will get? SYNAC. Okay. For that you will get SYNAC. Okay. So you will get, they know like, okay, for this port I got the response. So port open. What is the port and what it is used for? Port number open. What is the port and what is it is used for? Let us see. Now when I did that particular thing, okay, when I scanned this particular router, they have given me the service that I can connect to SSH, Telnet, HTTP, HTTPS, all these services I can directly connect. Got it? In these, Telnet service is not good because it is unencrypted transmission. But at home, no problem. But usually in the office, you shouldn't be having port 23 to be opened at any location, except if it is a development companies which develops routers or switches. For them, it is required by default because their work is are networking based companies or something like that. They should have. But remaining other people, they don't require this particular port. Okay, even for me also it is not required, but I'm least bothered about it now. Okay, so now you found out that which ports are open. Okay, and if you see, it is all TCP ports only. No UDP ports are open for me. Okay, so now let us get back what and all commands that are available for you. So -F, okay, this is like for you to check all the ports like uh, something, okay, one after the other. But instead, what you can do is you can do some fast scan. Say now I would like to do fast scan on my what do you say, my Windows machine, whatever you guys are like whatever I'm presentation or anything I'm giving, right? That is my machine, which is like a Windows machine and Windows 10. Okay, uh, let us do. Let me. Okay, see now I'm just trying to get that information, which is from. Okay, let it get connected. Bear with me. Okay, fantastic. Okay, continue without saving. Okay, some UDP communication is happening, okay, from my machine, but I'm more interested on, okay, what is my, yeah, 5, I guess. Yeah, what is the scene syntax which I've got from there? Okay, now let us see my machine. That is like this IP I will show you. If config, it is 5, okay, 192.168.1.5 is my Kali Linux machine's IP address. And now I am trying to reach a scan, what do you say, like fast scan. I want to know the services that are running on that particular machine. Okay, I'm just clicking enter now and left it idle. Okay, going here. Okay, see this, some system where it is and all, it tried to identify it. 192.168.1.2, is it any other system or something like that? But then after that it will be waiting for some time. Okay, then after that slowly you will be seeing a lot of, what do you say, transactions coming over here. Okay, just wait for some time. Oh, I have got already response. Okay, uh, if you see here, what and all services I have got open. MSRP, correct, right? MSRPC, remote process communication, Microsoft remote process communication. That is port 135, okay, which is a TCP port again. 139, net bias. Remember this, there are two protocols are there. SMB means which protocol? 440, 440, no,
443.
445. What is 443?
HTTPS.
443 is HTTPS. Okay. So for 139, okay, is also net bias, but the advanced concept of that net bias after Windows, what do you say? I can say like Windows Millennia, or you can say it as after XP. They've got SMB protocol, okay, which is in, or Vista, you can say, which is in place. I think someone is making some noise. I don't know. Francis, could you please go on mute?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, uh, the NetBIOS and SMB protocols both have the same kind of functionality, but it is SMB, they have the enhanced version of NetBIOS. The older operating systems which were using 139, SMB 445 is this. Microsoft DS, they say, or they can say like SMB, all these things they say. Okay, these two ports you have to remember. Okay. Then this is WT server. Okay. Then what else we have? That much. Okay. Only these services are running. Okay. Now, if you, where it went? Yeah. So if you see this, this is a fast scan which does like very important ports whether they are enabled or not on your machine. Okay. To check that, what you'll do, you'll be just using -F, means like usually full scan it takes a lot of time. Okay. Like it might take maybe each port, if it takes 2 seconds, 65,000 ports are there for only TCP. For each second, 2 seconds means you take 1 second also. 65,000 seconds means how much time it will take if you scan everything? 65,000 seconds, correct, right? Maybe 2 days or 3 days it takes just to scan which ports are open and which ports are closed for one machine. So that's why always remember, okay, whenever I give this particular thing, okay, well-known ports are checked. When I give this well-known ports means within thousand, which are within thousand ports, which like 1 to 1,000 for TCP and UDP, it will check like it will keep sending sin like that. Okay, maybe like well-known ports. Okay, and this might be like within the less than 1,000, which are well-known ports. Okay, uh, you can have scan multiple machines. Okay, and you can if you give like entire network right from 192.168.0.1 to 192.168.0.255. All the systems will be scanned. Okay, with their this thing systems.
So
One, two, three. If you
are all
yeah,
the
go ahead.
important ports? I'm saying are all the
Yes.
important ports
Only
are within
important
the
ports
initial.
till 1024. Till
No,
1024.
no, I'm asking.
Hmm.
Till
Okay, got
1024,
got.
all the important ports are there.
Yes, not each and every port also. Okay, okay, got it right. No, this one will give you all 1024 ports. -F will give you only fast scan. It will skip unnecessary ports. Got it right. It will skip you unnecessary ports. Okay, which one?
Okay,
-F.
okay, okay.
Within that also fast scan. Now it takes 10 seconds, mean that might take only 2 seconds, 3 seconds max. Okay. So you can exclude some machines also. Now this is the important thing for us. Okay. Now you found which ports open and which ports are not open. Okay. That is good. But say for example, you found out some ports are open, some ports are closed. But attacker's next step is what? Okay. I want to send some attack traffic to there, or I want to identify what kind of operating system it is. Okay. For that, what you'll do, you'll just use -A option or -A option, and you'll just click it. Okay, how you see it. Nowadays, the technologies that the same thing. Where it went? If you see here again, it started like internally some kind of forget about it. Whichever where it went to 195 to 192.168.1 dot. In between these two machines only the communication should be happening. Okay. Yeah, let it get any outbit we have got. It is happening. This scan is happening. Let us wait. Something it is sending and it is waiting. Let us wait. We have to wait for some time. Now it will gather all different kinds of tests and gathers all different kind of information to us in a more descriptive way. See, it is clearly telling that bus here it is. Yeah, it is started from here. I've told full scan I've done. Then after that, what I've done? I've done this particular thing. The operating system for identifying the operating system minus C I have done. So first what it did, everything like ports and scan, both it will do. But if you see MSRP, Microsoft, which version it is also, it will be displaying. Advanced scan, Windows 10 Enterprise 2016 LTSB 14393 MI something it is there, like Microsoft DS working group, that entire version, my entire this thing. And it also identified whichever the ports which are not displayed here are displayed here. Might be it is uh, scanned to certain extent, which are well-known ports. More number of scans it might have done. Okay, and if you see here, it is the question mark means it is expecting this is VMRDP. Okay, VMRDP. It might be okay something. Okay, and it is, yes, we have some virtual machine is there. Okay, so might be that could be the reason. Okay, 3389, it is something, it is expecting the same thing. But if you see here, it said MSWBT server, but it is like some other information is also provided here. Microsoft Terminal Service. Okay, so with this, like it also somehow identified my system host name. Okay, and my NetBIOS, what is it, domain name, my NetBIOS computer name, all such information, including my operating system version also, then the timestamp at which it has actually captured this information, and some other information. Attackers are able to get some information, like even if it is like how it has concluded means they said like 97% it might be Windows 10. Okay, with the scan, it Windows Phone it can be 94%, but this is correct whatever they said. Okay, so all such information is there, and each whatever the service SMB for something it has did some other scanning and identified that some information from the SMB side, from the security mode side also they have identified, like authentication level. As of now I have user level only, not admin level. Okay, challenge response is supported, something, some all such information which might be for attackers, it might be useful. So they were able to trace route, they have done it, and only one host is in between, that is my router. So that is the reason 192.168.1.2 is only one machine to reach there. trace route, one hop is there in between. Okay, so this is about the nmap. For more commands, if you want, you might require to visit. Let me share you this particular URL itself. Okay. There are some other commands like myos -o, but only OS detection, not everything, because you got a lot of information, right? No, I don't want only OS is enough for me. OS can only enough. You have given so many about each port level explanation, about SME level explanation, and your guessings, all those things you have given, right? No, operating system guessings, and it's I mean, like versions. That is enough for me. No, I don't want anything else. Use this one. Okay, like to detect any firewall is there or not. Okay, I will show you why it is required for us, for our being a what I can say, pin. Let me show you minus is here, right where it went. Yeah, where did I keep it, man? Can act scan, you do me, you perform for me. Okay, act scan. Okay, scan. This is a please do scan. Okay, which scan you want? Axe scan I want. Okay, so what it does is 92.168.1.254. Okay, okay, it's not good. We will use some other service. Okay, say for example, tell me one when firewall Flipkart host Flipkart. Yeah. So let me take this system. Okay, copy it. Okay, and map whether they're using small s and capital A. A means AC scan. Okay, and paste the information. Click OK. So this is okay. The host is up and running or unfiltered. Okay, let me check. Better directly we will use flipkart.com. Okay, okay, and all thousands scans paused. They are using some kind of firewall now, so you cannot scan them directly. Let me check elearn infosec. You see, I got all responses as reset from the server. That means, okay, I will tell you. I don't want to. Okay, what's happening here? I would like to tell you. Unnecessarily, I don't want to put you guys in confusion. Okay. Once again, just I will show you here what is happening. Then put it. Now you see here. I have just clicked elearn infosec. Okay, let me come back here. What did I send here? What did I send here? All messages from my system to this elearn infosec is what? Guys, all are acts, correct, right?
Yes.
Okay, just remember
Yes.
that. Okay, just remember that. Okay. If I want to reach the elearn infosec server, somewhere here, this is a server. Okay. In my organization itself, I have a firewall. Okay. Now, from the internet, somehow I have reached from my machine, client machine. Somehow I reached here. Okay. Now I want to reach ELEARN InfoSec. Okay. When I send, I want to have, okay, I didn't send SYN. I didn't send, I haven't received SYNAC. Okay. And I have sent directly ACK. Directly ACK I have sent. In organization, we will be discussing it in second half today. In any organization, all incoming and outgoing traffic, okay, which transactions are happened will be all monitored by, it has to pass through firewall, which has to pass through firewall. So firewall, when it receives a request, it will scratch its head, thinking that this guy, I didn't know this guy is someone 192 dot example I'm just giving. Our public IP will be different, but just 192.168.1.5 has come to me with acknowledgement, but I don't see earlier, like within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or any time, I didn't had any conversation with him, which I have maintaining some transaction with him. So immediately it will be scratching its head and it will send, boss, you reset, means reset the connection, means resend the sin message. Okay, but you don't do any such things, sir. You don't do
But Raghav,
any,
can we
you
do
don't.
that? Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying, like, can we send the, because the acknowledgement comes from the other end. So how can, like,
No,
if
no,
I
no,
am
no, no.
requesting, I
Acknowledgement
should
you
be
only
sending
will
the
be
same
sent.
request, no?
No, no. Client only will send. Client only will send, always telling that
Oh,
I
right,
have
right.
received
Send
the
Senak and then ACK. Oh, right,
hack.
right, 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 right,
It
right,
will be
right.
scratching its head by thinking like, hey boss, I don't know, you are sending SYN message. You have to send a SYN message. For that, I have to send SYNAC. But you are telling that you are already had a connection with me. You request and it is successful. Where is that transaction? I don't remember. You didn't pass through me only to the server. Okay. So there might be something a problem. So I'll be sending reset. Reset is sent. Okay, but for that, okay, server sometimes it will do some kind of what do you say, will it respond with another SYN message? No, it just want whether firewall is there or not. To check that, okay, it has done this and it has identified that some firewall is there. Okay, got it, guys?
Okay, so we send the acknowledgement just to check if that was accepted,
Fi-
because the ultimately the
if it
firewall will
is
reject it
if it
and that
is
will.
yes, there are two types of firewalls. Okay, some will respond to you, some doesn't even respond to you. Okay, if the firewall is configured in such a way that, okay, if you come with SYN, okay, and they will be like storing it, and then they will be like this transaction will be like tracked here as well, and they will be forwarded, and whatever the act SYN of, you will get SYNAC, right? That also will be, status also will be stored here for the same transaction, and whatever it is there, if you send ACK, that also will be stored here for the transaction. The transactions are maintained here. The connections are also stored here, because firewall is the main part where in the entire organization all the incoming and outgoing traffic will be monitored at the high level. Okay, so if any server, some people will take it very seriously that if some suspicious IPs or some abnormal request, like as I said, ACK, if I get, I don't respond. I don't respond because attacker's intention itself, it is very malicious. Okay, so some cases it will be genuine also. Maybe like your system, whichever it is on this other end, might be trying to reach you after some time by because of the network issue or something. that whatever it is there in the memory flood, I mean like memory got, I mean like somewhere they might get flooded out or something like that. Okay. So during that time, this will think that, okay, uh, sometimes some people they will consider some kind of genuine acts will also come for the very first time, which here the memory might have cleared from here the transaction for certain amount of time it will keep for that thing. But after some time, new act has received from this machine because of this machine's issue. So in that genuine cases, it has to respond to reset. But here, the attacker itself is sending some act to this particular machine, and his intention itself to know whether the firewall is there or not. So you will respond with some reset means it will be a problem. So instead, what he'll do, he'll keep quiet. So you will not come to know for different ACK messages for different ports. Okay, you will be waiting for the response. As you are waiting, it is like your time, money, and resources will be utilized by this system. Correct, right? Being an attacker, your time, money, and everything. Because if you had worked on some other thing, you would have actually made some other money. Okay, so to do such things, they don't respond for some time. Okay, so just remember that these are the important things that actually we have to, uh, yeah, yeah,
So firewall is a very important thing, like,
yeah,
to maintain each and everything in a system,
okay, yes,
right?
correct. Yeah, that is the, as you can say, the first front line of defense. These are kind of, what do you say, the people who like infantry kind of thing. Okay, so those are the one who actually stops majority of the traffic that is flooding into our organization. The what I can say is you are having a dam, okay, and it is the same way that some kind of, okay, so when you have, like you have the flood water stream coming from there, okay, these are the ports. So these ports of the dam is nothing but whenever they want they can lift it up so that the data can, or the water can flood out. Whenever they want they can shut it down. Okay, got it right? Okay, so you can have total like
Yes, yes.
UDP and TCP flood ports are there. Okay, like 65 plus 65,000, that is like maybe 1 lakh, uh, maybe 10,000 or something. Okay, so those many number of ports are there here, those many floodgates are there, but this is called as control, where which ports should be opened, which port should be not be opened. That how you are going to decide. Your business will tell that. Okay, what's your business? My business is a web technology business. Okay, so first thing you should open 443 and 80 port open. Okay, which are TCP. Okay, so you'll be opening that flood and floodgate. I mean, like those, sorry, dam gates, and that dam gate you'll be opening it for TCP, not for UDP. Okay, those two things you open. And your business also says that my people have to work from home. Okay, so for that, VPN ports are like remote desktop. So this RDP port should be open. Okay, my people has to use FTP, file transfers. Okay, so that gate will be open. Remaining gates will be closed. So this is called as control. Controls. These are called as controls. So now you tell me, this is a business requirement. Am I correct or not? Correct, right? So what your organization will have is some uh, policies you have obtained. policies or policies. I don't know the spelling. That is like I want web services to be given as my business, so I will be opening those ports. And then, okay, sorry guys. Okay, then what I'll do, the next thing is procedures. I will use firewall to close the remaining ports. Okay, um, this is a procedure. Okay, the controls, how you do it, by enabling which ports and disabling which port. That is called as controls. Is it clear for you guys? Policies, procedures, and controls. Policies for the high level management, like hey, we should have only the web traffic to be allowed. Okay, that's fine. For that, what we'll do, we should have a procedure for that. Let's buy a firewall. Oh, that's also fantastic. Now, how we can do it? Like you have this port enabled and you have this port is enabled and remaining ports are disabled. So that is called as a control. Got it? Guys, clear?
Yep. So Raghav, is there a variety types of firewall present, like,
Yes,
depending firewall we use in
correct.
our company? Yep.
Yes, we have. So next part we are going to discuss that only.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
after some time. Okay, so should I continue for another 15 minutes? Is it okay, or you want take a break because we started at 10:30 only. I mean, sorry, 9:30 only. Should we continue, or you want to take?
Yes, you can continue.
Okay, because only Abhijit only asking. No one is asking. Okay, everybody should tell, right? So that is the thing. Okay, so this is the scanning. Okay, whatever we are. It allows hackers to gain more information about the target systems like ports, services. That's what we have seen, right? Whether it is active or not, first of all. Okay, and then footprinting involves some scannings. This is like even in footprinting, you do some scanning itself. Okay, let's see some kind of how like attackers are doing all these things, but definitely you are getting the traffic. You are also like whatever the logs you are collecting, okay, um, from the other system, okay, from the other system. So for what is the advantage of it? Like you can doing the scanning, like what TCP and UDP ports are open, okay. Uh, you can find out the vulnerabilities like oh, this is like SSL, okay, the supports here, okay, this guy has got some kind of RDP open. Oh, I can do this attack. Okay. This guy has got some MySQL server port is open. Okay. So MySQL service is running on this particular port. Okay. I can do some attack here. And he can also think like, okay, some kind of like SMB port is opened. I can use this particular attack. Okay. So, oh, the operating system is this and port is this. Now I can do this attack. Okay, so that is how it is. So how he's trying to forget about how he does it, but how he's escaping it all the time. Okay, because of like some kind of evasion softwares are there. Okay, which helps them in avoiding that particular. See, how many of you know about the Tor, not the Avengers Tor browser? I'm asking.
Yes, sir,
How
it's a
many of you?
browser.
Yes, okay. It is an anonymous browser. Okay. Not only Tor, you have so many things. I've just created yesterday because when bringing up my Kali machine, I have made sure like
Raghav, do we have the provision of like disabling the scanning?
it's not like you can never disable any scanning, but you can have the provision of only detection. That is through SOC
Sorry?
teams. Through SOC teams, you can have
No, no.
detection of the no, there is no provision of stopping. You can do it only by installing some kind of what do you say from the same host. If you are requested or if you have received more than like
No,
10 or 20,
like I have a
20
company.
synax. Yeah, that's what I'm telling. If you are receiving more than 10 SYN requests, the 11th request you would like to suppress it. Okay, means like you just have to ignore it from that particular IP. That you can do it in the firewall, but no one will does that. Okay, only the firewall rules, like the commercial firewall rules. If that guy is doing it for like more than like 1 hour or something like that, definitely that time they do it. But for just the scanning and all, no one is actually, because if they do that, lot of like background, so many companies continuously they'll be trying to communicate with your systems, and a lot of customers, say for example, um, maybe like within the same organization, maybe 1,000 people might be like on a big billion day or some sale on Thanksgiving Day. uh, they might be trying, like if your organization is 10,000 employees, okay, and there is a big billion day sale or Thanksgiving Day sale happening. So the externally when it is goes, everyone's uh, request will go through the same IP to the external world, right? Correct, right? The public IP is one of your organization, only one public IP is there. So there, when they are monitoring, okay, they'll come to know that, oh, boss, uh, I have received, but it is from 1,000 different people, but there the IP is the same. So they cannot control in that particular way. But whereas what you can do is, okay, if the same particular person, if it's sending multiple times, different kind of like SYN request is sending, okay, for the over the period of like I got maybe 1,000 SYN request if I got, that time I will be big. But I didn't get any act back from him within for that SYN request itself, that time only I'll block him. Okay, if he's just sending SYN requests, and if he's sending ACK, like I'll be sending SYN-ACK, right, and he'll be sending ACK. For that kind of transactions also, I don't block him, because maybe some other tools which are further deep inside, like next to your firewall, I mean next to your web server, you'll be having WAF, which will be taking care like inspecting his body and the header bodies, and checking what's happening with the entire thing. So other systems are there in place. Just remember, the stopping happens only if it is like over the period of maybe 5 or 10 minutes, only since you are continuously sinning, then I'll be blocking you. That too, it is a dynamic blocking, means for some time I'll block you, and after some time I'll release you again. Got it? Those are firewall
Okay.
rules. Firewall rules, it will be there in place. Okay. Okay.
But
Then, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
like my question was like I have a company or you are scanning my systems,
Hmm.
okay? And like if so in that case you will be sending the SYN request,
Yes, multiple. Yeah,
right?
I do.
And if it's like a big billion day or something like that, a lot of customer will also be sending the SYN request. So what's the
Correct.
difference between these two?
Okay.
Because in the
See,
first case,
those customers who are also actually trying to do, they're sending ACK back to me again, right? Being a IMS server, they're sending ACK back to me, sending that, boss, we are
but in the
ready for
scanning
your
case,
web page. Yeah, yeah, go ahead. You're
no,
not
no, I'm
responding.
saying, but in the scanning case,
Yeah.
you are asking for like you are trying to know which application, which ports are open, which
Yes.
applications
Yes.
are running,
That's
something like that. So
yes.
do we not get to know about that?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Okay. The problem with the scanning easily can be detected, but the systems are kept in such a way that, okay, like you send multiple SYN requests, maybe like over more than 1,000 SYN requests at the same amount of time. Okay, uh, if they
Okay.
have, it's the organization which has actually adapted some rules. Okay, the dynamic rules. If they want to stop or contain them easily, they can contain by deploying one firewall rule. Firewall rule. One firewall rule. It will be there. Vendor only will give you. Just enable that firewall rule. That's it. Okay. Stop SYN flood. Okay. Okay. Stop ACK flood. Okay. Stop. stop, what do you say, ping flooding. Okay, so these are some rules are available there. Okay, so you can actually enable, just tick mark, you have to enable them. But many of the people, fearing that they might lose the business, like whatever I said, okay, they don't do that particular thing because the systems like for Synack and all, they're least bothered. Okay, but if it is like DDoS attack, okay, or DOS attack, if it is the continuously, okay, within 1 minute of time, instead of 1,000 requests, okay, if they are getting, okay, 100 millions of requests, okay, then it is a fair thing for them. Correct, right? For that kind of particular things, they have to invest money in buying some other products like RBAR, DDoS mitigation tools. There also they are not doing anything in DDoS. They are also just sending SYN only, okay, or ACK only, or ICMP
Okay,
only.
okay, okay.
Nothing they are doing, okay.
It's the
But it
amount
is
of
like the
requests.
scale, yeah, the scale of the requests, which they are feared is the scale of the requests. Scale means the amount of requests. Got it?
Got
Yeah.
it.
So,
Because if we
yeah.
close them, because the only other way is closing down the ports, and in that case,
Oh,
the legitimate
yes,
user won't be able to
yes.
connect.
Correct. So that is what.
That is the
Okay.
only way
No,
to stop
not
the scanning.
no,
But
not
that cannot be
closing
done.
down the port, not closing, stopping the user. Okay. If you stop him also, okay, what is there? It is easy for him like to come back with some other IP address. Correct, right? So how many times he'll
Right.
be stopping it? Is it affecting your business first of all? No, it is not affecting my business at all. So, but I will be like from SOC team side. Okay, what I'll do is I'll be like getting some alerts. You can, or if some scan is happening, okay, you can have an alert. Okay, and you can just create some list of IP address who are doing the scannings and all. You can get alerts. Okay, and those IPs you can ask IT team whenever they find some free time, not some free time. You just raise a ticket saying that we got this alert. Someone is trying to perform some scanning. Okay, and you will give it to them because that shouldn't turn out to what a DOS attack. So from your side, this IP reputation and everything you will check. Okay, and you'll also check if there is any kind of. Let me show you guys one thing. Uh, we can do. Okay, there is something called as proxy chain. Okay, okay. Why I didn't get anywhere it is there. Okay, is it any noise is coming for you guys? Any noise for you guys here? Because I have some disturbance here.
Yes, sir. Yes, right.
Yes,
Is
Sapna is
it
on
coming?
mute.
Huh?
It's not that much, very little.
Okay,
It's
okay,
okay.
fine, that's cool. Okay, so now what I'll do is, before to that, I would like to show you something. Okay, see how attackers they do is they will take one Linux machine or something like this. Okay, and what they do is, uh, yeah, yes. Go here, uh, etc. Where is etc? In this particular proxy, anywhere is there? Proxy. Okay, excuse me. Excuse
Abhishek,
me. We'll
can you
finish.
please put on mute, Abhishek?
No, no, no. It is mine only, not
Me?
Abhishek's. No, no. It is mine. Don't.
Both is yours.
No, no, no. Mine only. The sound is mine. Okay, Abhishek, like he's thinking the sound is coming from somewhere. Okay, from my side only. The noise is there. Okay, see this. Okay, I have some software which is called as Proxy Chains installed on my machine. Okay, it has got some configuration file. Okay, so what this does is, okay, I can have routing of my traffic without knowing to anyone to whichever the locations I want. Instead, like one thing I'll say if I want to connect to google.com, okay, for doing some kind of attack. So if I send directly from my machine, will they easily able to identify my traffic? Aram se, because it is going through from my machine to ISP router, from there to other few routers, okay, from other routers I'm talking about, to some other routers, for some other routers like this, from machine to home router, from ISP router to some other router, some other router, some other router, some other router, something like that, to reach google.com. Okay, if I attack Google, okay, they know they will trace back that source SRC IP. Okay, SRC IP it is here, right? Whatever it is received in their packet. Okay, source IP. Based on that, they will identify me and they will punish me. Okay, but whereas to avoid such things, what I'll do is I'll use proxy chains. What does this proxy chains does? You have a machine here. You have one more machine here. These are called as proxy. 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 These are all machines itself. Normal like your machine and my machine itself. When I send a request, okay, it will go to the ISP. From ISP to this proxy. From this proxy to this proxy. And from this proxy to this proxy. And then it will go to various routers. And then it will reach Google server. Okay, in between it will go through routers only. Okay, but for this guy, when I send the request, the whatever the request which I have created, okay, will be again regenerated here, the same request, and it will be sent again from this regenerated as a new, okay, and it will be sent and generated here and it will be sent, and the response will be sent back here, okay, and then it will be sent back here, and then it will be sent back here, and then it will be sent back here. These proxies, okay, are, okay, just to release whatever your information, okay, anonymously, means like they will hide your IP addresses and all. They will change their source, the source IP to this source IP. Source IP will get changed here. Source IP will get changed here. Source IP will get changed here. Earlier, here, source IP is not changed. Source IP is not changed. Source IP is not changed. Source IP is not changed anywhere. But here, source IP will be changed. Proxies will change the source IP. And they will keep track of from whom they have received this request. Okay. Okay. Like how they NAT and all they do, right? The same way. Okay. They will keep track of it. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Noise is coming. I don't know what to do. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Okay. If you, this is how the proxy goes through. So the proxies are different types. Okay. Even your Office also, if you take, like you say www.flipkart.com, that is fine. Some e-commerce site. First, it has to go to the proxy. This is a proxy, and proxy will check which website to be allowed and which website to be blocked. Okay, checks whether it is Flipkart is in allowed list or not. Yes, if it is in allowed list, then it will send to the internet. Okay, you will learn today about how the network architecture and everything will be there. Okay, so then again, next you click www.facebook.com. Okay, it is in deny list in the proxy, so it won't send the traffic. You will be received this site to not be visited. Okay, so proxy is what it is doing. It is taking request on behalf of you and sending it to the external world. Only the thing is it is having allowed and denied list, but it is doing on behalf of you. Okay, same way this is like web proxy. This is called as that web proxy, but traffic laying proxies are also there. Okay, like tar. Okay, and also rocks 4 and rocks 5. Let me show. Like tar only, those are all. Okay, socks 5, socks 4, plain HTTP. All these are like these things only. Okay, but if you clearly observe, those are all like, let me show you here. Yeah, these are all my proxies list as of now. Okay, internally I've kept it. I didn't kept it anything. Okay, if I buy any service, if you go here, okay, free proxy servers means to keep you anonymously all your request. Okay, servers list I can say. Okay, here these guys are very I cannot trust Google in providing such information. I can go here. Okay, the proxy server list, I can go here. Okay, I got, these are the different servers. Okay, I'll take this proxy server. Okay, and I'll keep it here, which is this is okay, which type of proxy list it is, anywhere it is mentioned. Let me docs 5. Okay, 4 or 5, anything. Okay, I want to have, okay, this particular proxy I would like to use my machine in my machine. Okay, this is SOCs. Okay, sorry, SOCs 5. Okay, this is the IP address. Okay, and okay, where it is, and the port what it has to be used. Okay, anywhere it is mentioned. Okay, yeah, it's always the default port. We need not to worry about that. Okay, where it went, 9050. Okay, just remember that. Like that, I can use it. Same way I have configured my own internal SOCs and I kept it ready. Okay, now what I would like to do is I have configured everything. Okay, like I have configured to others. Like now, as of now, if I open this particular thing, okay, and if I say, what happened to this? This browser is not responding. Wow. Okay, let's stop this. I'll just give me 5 minutes. We'll take a break. Okay. My IP address. If you click this, my Kali Linux machine, okay, is providing the IP address of my machine. This is 103. This is what we have seen yesterday, right? Whether it is Kali Linux machine will show the same thing, okay? Or if I take my Windows machine, my IP address. Okay, this is the same 20. This is Windows machine. It says like my router, what IP address is given by my service provider, that thing it is showing. Now let me run a command, okay, which will uh, put me under some kind of anonymous. Okay, eh, where it is sudo uh, proxy chains, some kind of command. Okay, these are all not required for you guys, but I just want to show you chains Firefox. Okay, uh, www.google.com. Something I would like to just do it. Okay, now let me do something, whether it is coming over here or not. Okay, okay. Let it get. It has to launch the Firefox. Okay, see this is like happening. Google page, it has to come somewhere. Okay, let me open. I'm not able to close this. Usually you should have, I think it is slow. Yeah, yes, let me check. Okay, wait, we have to close this all three browsers before we go for it. Let me check the command prompt, what it has happened over there. Okay. It has to launch the browser because I have opened it, something got stuck here. I'm not able to close it. This might be the case. Okay. Oh, IP location. Oh, stuck, I guess. Okay. Usually what you can do is you can, using the proxy list, you can have the mix of SOC 5, SOC 4 and Tor related IPs. You can keep a list and you can dynamically route the traffic whichever, I mean, like it will be like without knowing. Even DNS also, you don't use your ISP DNS. Instead, what you will do is, I think somewhere it is opened. Somewhere it is opened. Google. Uh, I have to close it up. Okay, forget. Okay, I'll show you after some time. Okay, uh, what it does is you give the list of these IP addresses, So this will be taking through those dynamically. First packet it will send through here, second packet it will be sending through here, third packet it will be sending through here, fourth packet like that it will be dynamically sending. Okay, so it is hard for these systems to identify from where the traffic is coming, the source of the traffic. They will just respond whoever has requested that thing to them. Okay, So it is very hard for them to detect it. But whereas Tor, okay, you have something called as Tor. Tor, there is some software is there. Tor software. Oh, Tor browser. Okay, just open this. Now I will show you some important thing. Just my location, the same thing I will give. The system will automatically, drastically become little very slow. The earlier a request, whatever it has to go, if it is taking like maybe uh, 1 second of time, okay. Now it might tar network failed, okay. Copy log, reconfigure, okay, connect, okay. Maybe like I might have, I'm running this service right. Is that the reason? Let it be. So the tar browser is getting open now. See, my IP address. I'll just click on that. See for that how much time it takes. Let us see how it was taking on the normal browser. Okay, this the browser must send information. Okay, let it get downloaded. It will be very slow because now it is anonymous and it is going through so many proxies. For you to get the request, okay, it takes a lot of time because this has to generate the request and it has to forward to this one, and this has to generate and request has to forward to this one, and this has to generate the request and forward to other thing. Okay, so it takes definitely lot amount of time. It will be very slow, very slow compared to normal systems. Okay, the tar browser, what it does, it will be minimum 3 proxies it will use by default. Minimum 3 proxies it will use in between to send your request to the other systems. Okay, so like this they will be staying anonymous. Okay, next we will discuss about I don't know why I'm not able to show you guys because of the slowness of my computer. Okay, this particular like proxy, when it initiated, it becomes so slow. I don't know, this browser I'm not able to close, but let it be. We will try to see after coming back from the break that how the attackers will start performing the attacks. Okay, now you have come to know that how to be anonymous, you know, and what ports to scan and what operating systems, you know. Now next, the attack, how he does. Small, like maybe 15-20 minutes we'll cover that thing, and then when we'll move to the organization related aspects. Okay, that's all for this first session.